The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. Welcome to Indiana High School football on 18 WJTS TV. This game of high school football is proudly brought to you by Uvalor Chevy and Uvalor Toyota, Liuna of the Indiana Laborers District Council, Just Whimsy, Meyer Truck Equipment, DuBois County Tire, Mann Enterprises, Carpet Warehouse, and Maringer's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. It's time for kickoff. Let's head out to the field.
Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to 18 WJTS coverage of Jasper High School football. I'm Carey Schneider, along with my brother Craig Schneider, and tonight the Jasper Wildcats open up a new season and a new stadium. As the Wildcats, after a long anticipated, long wait, and like I said, I don't know other word, but anticipation was certainly a way to put it. But here we are tonight on the August 23rd, and finally we open up a newly renovated Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field after years and years of wait and anticipation. Craig, it's here. It's a beautiful facility, probably by far the best in southern Indiana, if not one of the tops in the state.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was needed, that's for sure.
Yes, no question about it.
Because again, the facilities here, Jasper's always had good facilities and all that, obviously with the new field a few years ago. But we just need a new stadium, basically new seating. They've got the chair backs in front of us and all that. Actually, a nice little mural across the way, too. That looks pretty nice. But, outstanding facility now. And especially like up here in the press box, we get a little bit more space and kind of things spread out here. So, looking forward to a great season in this new Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium.
And this was, like you said, much needed, as this stadium dates all the way back to 1961, to be exact, was when it first opened up. And a lot of the things, such as the press box, the light standards, the bleachers themselves, were all still original. I mean, other than, of course, maybe the seats you sat on, those had been replaced at one time or another. But it's all new, it's brand new, it looks awesome. This is definitely the envy. Of course, Jeremy Arcos on our camera, get a nice shot of the scoreboard there. And of course, with the video board and everything, it's just, college programs around the area would love to have these types of facilities.
Absolutely.
So again, we're ready to bring you a brand new season, as the Wildcats here in 2024 are coming off. Actually, both teams, the Wildcats and the Memorial Tigers, coming off 9-4 records, Craig, and of course last year was this is actually where the Cats left off a year ago.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Wildcats had to play Memorial twice last year and lost both those football games to start the season, and it also ended their season in the sectional. This is a Memorial football team that started out 6-0 last year, but then they lost their quarterback, Matthew Fisher, when he went down. They lost 3 straight, but they kind of got things straightened out during the sectional, obviously, where they won 3 straight ball games to win the sectional title, knocking off Rice, but they also beat Jasper along the way. But, it's just one of those deals where it's like, we always have to open up a Memorial. We've had success, especially during the Coach Lewis tenure so far. He's in his 6th season this year, but he won 3 straight prior to last year, getting knocked off in both those games. But, Memorial's a conference foe now. They're no longer a sectional opponent since they've dropped down to 3A, and they got a really tough sectional down there. But I'm just telling you, I think that this is always going to be a measuring stick for both teams when it starts the season.
It is year in and year out. They've been playing on the opening weekend of the season all the way back. Of course, Jasper Memorial goes way back to the 60s, and in the 70s and 80s, well, of course, as you and I remember. And then they had to drop each other when they went to the current playoff format in about 1985, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then that was when teams were only played like 8 games in a regular season. You had to play your conference, and we played southwards. But anyway, when they did extend the season to 9 games back in 1997, that's when they picked the Tigers back up again, and they've been our opening opponent ever since. So right now, the Wildcats are on the field, and Memorial coming out on the south end zone. One thing about, as you can see on the shot in the background, was the old former visitors and freshman locker rooms and so forth. So among the changes that we've had here was a completely new facility behind us, behind the press box where the old practice field was. It will house the Jasper locker room, visitors locker room, concession stands, of course, all new restrooms, etc. And where the former varsity locker room was, now the freshman handle. So I mean, I'm sure a lot of freshman teams will love to have that type of setup.
Yeah, we got a great crowd here tonight that are obviously going to be experiencing the new setup here as far as the football stadium. But, yeah, for all those who haven't been able to make it, make sure you make a football game this year and check it out. But looking at this football game, Carey, the Wildcats, they got some key spots where they got to make some changes, but one of their main positions is Max Butel. He's in his junior year this year, and he's just a player that's played as a freshman and sophomore. He understands this offense. Again, Coach Lewis, whenever he designs an offense, as far as this triple option that the Cats are going to run, you want a quarterback that can make the reads, a quarterback that understands once he faces that defense and looks across that line of scrimmage. And I think Max is the guy to be able to do that. I wish he were a little bit taller. Everybody talk about that, but it's just one of those things where it's, I think just with more experience and getting this game under his belt, we're just going to really need a big year from Max.
All right. Well, Memorial is yet to take the field, but the Wildcats are out there now, and for the way it looks, Jasper will receive. As well, first we had already had Jack Levin and Blake and Recker had gone back, but now they are coming back into a huddle.
They got to do the
still have
ceremonial
to do it's a ceremonial toss. Of course, they already had it during the warm-ups. Team captains for Jasper include Caden Nerney, number 5, Max Butel, number 53, look on the roster here, Evan Nordoff, and number 62, Tyson Rue. Rue is not dressed, as you can see, but Ernie is, and they are both listed on perhaps the IL chart.
Yeah, and that's a big loss for the Wildcats because, again, Rue is an all-conference football player, both on the offensive and defensive line, so they're really going to miss him tonight. And Caden Ernie, I did not see him listed on the starting lineup, so he is. He was out there. And he's dressed, but we'll see what happens there.
I was talking to some people. They say he is obviously has been hurt, but he is dressed, as you said, and you can see on your screen. But right now, they, along with the other captains, are meeting with Memorial captains at this time for the ceremonial toss. And like I said, assuming that Memorial will kick off to Jasper. So the opening game of the 2024 season. Always a fun one. You can see, of course, great crowd across the way for Memorial and the new visitor bleachers over there. Jasper, needless to say, a fantastic crowd tonight as well.
Yeah, and as far as the Wildcats coming into this football game, a few other players that, Carter Holsworth graduated, so we're going to have to find some new players to kind of carry the football this year. A.J. Holzman is actually he's a backup quarterback, but he's going to be starting in a fullback spot. And one thing with him in the backfield is that I think it's going to allow the Wildcats to kind of get a little bit more creative with their offense, where they might maybe split out Butel, doing some other things, and do direct snaps to him. But also in the backfield, the Wildcats are really going to rely on runners like Levin. You've got Luca Meyer actually is going to be starting in one of those slot spots. And then, also they're just really going to be working a lot of different players, I think, in that backfield to kind of get a feel for where the Wildcats are able to really dominate when it comes to the line of scrimmage.
Jasper's always been a run-oriented offense, but they're going to mix it up a lot too. I mean, with the way they run too, it's different formations and so forth. So looks like Memorial number 7, Pate Barrett, is set to kick off, and as I said already, back deep receive for Jasper. It will be Jack Levin and Blake and Recker. We'll wait the kickoff for tonight's season opener.
Yeah, we still got the old-fashioned kickoff style here compared to the NFL. If you've seen any of the preseason games, how they change things there, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Me too. I saw that on a Colts game just last week, and I thought, what in the world is this? All right. Kick is away. And it's Levin at the 1. Jack will take it across the 20 before he's up at it at about the 20, maybe the 24-yard line, it looks like it's going to be. So the Wildcats will start right there at their own 24, 1st and 10. So the Cat offense, led by their quarterback, Max Butel, will head on to the gridiron. Butel, a 5'8 junior. A host of other run backs, as Craig's kind of already touched upon, will join him in his stead in the backfield.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing I'm going to be really looking at is really how the offensive line performs tonight. You got Obermeyer in the center spot. Number 75 is Mott Eyes. Nordoff's 53. Lands a right tackle at 72. And left tackle is Jubilor. But, again, with Rue out of that lineup, we'll see if his replacement's going to be able to kind of help Wildcats move this football down the field.
On
Cats
first
going to throw
play.
first.
That's right, down the field, and it is incomplete, intended for Landon Albrand.
Yeah, Albrand's a big target. Again, if the Wildcats are going to throw the football, they're going to be looking for him. He's 6'4" and really good hands, but a little bit short on that pass, and he's lucky it wasn't picked off.
Jake Lively and Luke Dockery were the main defenders on that play for the Tigers. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 24.
The Wildcats in tight this time. They'll still run a tight end on the opposite side, but Albrand usually will split out, and just nothing there for the Wildcat rushing attack, as it was just completely blown up there by number 38, and Connor Hoare actually made that play.
And Hoare had A.J. Holzman wrapped up on the play from the second that he touched the football. That's going to result in a loss of 1 now. So I bring up 3rd down and 11 at the 23.
Yeah, tough situation for the Wildcats here. Again, we'll see if they actually try to throw. No, they're actually going to just run the football. And, guys, that offensive line has really got to hold them back, because there were 6 or 7 white jerseys on all over him, just 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it's another loss.
So Jack Levin was on that carry, and he lost probably 2. At least 1, maybe 2. They will call it 1, as it brings up 4th down and 12, and the Wildcats on their first drive will be forced to punt.
Yeah, and you got Memorial back there, Luke Elpsmerman, who's their stud. Again, he had to kind of move into that quarterback position and help them, lead them to that sectional championship last year, but he's a wide receiver by trade, and he's out there to return this punt. And Cats.
A.J. Holzman's punt is away, and it will hit the track. And let's see where they'll spot it. It'll be somewhere inside the 40, perhaps, or actually inside the. Let's see where.
Yeah, he's still moving.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the heck they can see that.
I don't know, especially
goodness.
where it lands over here. Maybe there's. Of course, they obviously got a point where it crosses the out of bounds line. I guess, right? And they're gonna put it at the 39. So the Tigers in fantastic field position to start their first drive of the night. 1st and 10 at the 39. 10.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, when you're Memorial, you're happy as heck when it comes to where they're starting with this football at the 39-yard line of the Wildcats. But, boy, it really puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Matthew Fisher out of the shotgun. He looks to his left, and he's getting pressure. And he will dive across the 40 and back. He was going to end up probably picking up a couple of yards on that play after all.
Yeah, they were looking for the bubble screen going out to Elpsmerman because, again, they want to get the ball in his hands as much as possible, but he had to tuck it up and actually picked up a couple there when it looked like he should have gone down for a loss.
So 2nd down and 8 now from the 37. Is now they will work under center. Fisher hands off to the man who's got the outside to the 30, across the 30 before Lukemeyer brings him down. That was number 18 for the Tigers, Dylan Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick was actually a really good running back for him during their sectional run last year. And so, yeah, he's going to get a lot of touches and carries. But, boy, we've just got to put pressure on the offensive line there because, again, he pranced about 7 or 8 yards before anybody touched him.
So the ball will be spotted at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Elsperman out of the gun now. He'll set a man in motion, and he'll hand it off to that man. That's number 9, Luke Dockery. Dockery tries the outside. He's across the 10, and he'll be finally ridden out of bounds on the far side by number 14 for the Wildcats, and that is Max Werner. So Werner makes a stop, touchdown saving stop, that is.
Yeah, there's basically no containment on that side, and again, they just kind of swept to the outside, and he was easily able to get down the field before finally getting knocked out of bounds. But, yeah, just way too many yards there. That was a 20-yard gain there.
That brings up 1st and go from the 8. So the Tigers well in striking distance. picking up the first score of the night. Handoff. Well, actually, it's Elsperman keeping it. He will take it to the 5 before he is brought down by, looks like, number 3 for the Cats. Blake and Recker was the main tackle on the play.
Yeah, again, that's Fisher's read right there, the quarterback. And, yeah, he was able to just see an opening to the left side, picks up 3 easy yards.
So 2nd down and goal now from the 5 after a pickup of 3. Handoff across the 5, down to the 1 is number 18, Dylan Kendrick.
Yeah, they're just blowing us off the offensive or the defensive line. The offensive line of Memorial is, and it's just, again, they only had 39 yards to go, but, you know, again, they're less than a yard away from putting 6 on the board.
So the Tigers, 3rd and goal now at the 1. Cats need some kind of a break here. But under center will be Matthew Fisher. Deep in the backfield is Kendrick. Fisher up the middle, looks like. And he will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was outstanding penetration right there. Alec Ware came blitzing through there and, you know, was just basically able to blow that play up.
Yep, Ware on the play. And
it's 2nd and goal, but, yeah, Cats knocked him back for a yard there.
4th down actually comes up. And the Tigers, looks like they're going to set up for a field goal try. As number 19, we'll just see if they actually go through with it. As number 7, Peyton Barrett lines up from the 9. He'll kick it from the 9, and he will send it through the uprights for the early score. So field goal, 19 yards out. Makes the score Evansville Memorial 3, Jasper nothing. Back after this here on 18 WJTS.
Maringer's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is committed to adding value to its customers and community by providing quality service for all mechanical applications. Maringer's has been around for many years, and while adapting to the changing times, one thing has not changed: the quality of customer service and care you receive. When you need repair work done, you want it done right. You want Maringer's. Maringer's is happy to help with residential and commercial plumbing, HVAC, metal fabrication, and fire protection needs. 812-482-4425.
For Alumni Stadium, where the Memorial Tigers have jumped out to a 3-0 lead, Craig, and they're set to kick off for the Wildcats for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for it there on 4th down. I mean, I know that the Wildcats stopped them on 3rd and short, but I don't know, especially with an experienced quarterback. You got Elsperman out there. You could have been a little creative in your play calling, but hey, John Hurley's got all the success when it comes to coaching. So what do I have to say?
That's why he's down there. We're up here.
Absolutely.
And Pate Barrett once again on for the kickoff with Recker and Levin back to receive. And Levin from the same spot he took the previous kickoff, about the 1, 15 to the 20. Tries to spin off a tackle, and he will take it right to the 20-yard line where the Cats will start their 2nd drive.
Yeah, Memorial doing a nice job of forcing the Wildcats to return the football. You know, that kid's probably got the leg to get it to the end zone, but hey, why not, you know, if you're able to get downfield and keep the Wildcats in tough field position, you know, so the Wildcats right now 1st and 10 from the 20.
So Beutel runs onto the gridiron. Set up the offense for Jasper. They'll start right as the 20-yard line, as we said, 1st and 10. Holzman in the backfield along with Levin. And looks like Lukemeyer in the other slot. Lukemeyer moves, and here is a hand to, did that go to Holzman? I believe it did. Yes. So A.J. takes it back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, again, the Wildcat offensive line is just really going to have to blow them off the ball. You know, again, they're just seeing actually number 38, who's playing that plug. He's having a ball game. That's Connor Hoare right there. So, again, he's only 5'8", but 200 pounds. He's a pretty stocky kid. But, yeah, again, if the Wildcats are going to go up the middle, they're really going to have to move him off the ball.
He's a junior. So Second down and 10. Wildcats offense trying to get something going here. Here's a pitch to Levin. He tries the near side, and he's lucky to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, too easy of a play right there for Connor Donahue, number 8. Yeah, he just basically read that all the way, so he plays a corner spot, but, yeah, it was just an easy read for him, and he made the play, so the Wildcats no gain on their first 2 plays.
That brings up third down and 10 now from the 20. The Wildcats pretty much have about do they have a net offense right now? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're basically 3 and out in their first possession,
but they lost. They had a couple of losses. And either way, out of the shotgun is Butel. Max rolls right.
He's got a man wide open.
Field. He does have Levin open, but it's wide and out of bounds, and they'll bring up fourth down. So the Cats, for the second time and as many tries, go 3 and out.
Yeah, he just waited too long. He sprinted out there. The man was open, but you got to throw it to the spot that he can just basically lead the receiver right there. If he hits him right there at about the 40, 41-yard line, that's a big gain for the Wildcats.
On once again for the second punt of the night is A.J. Hulsman. One man back for the Tigers. High snap. Holzman gets this one away. A little bit better than the first one. This one gets a nice bounce. It will be picked up. And across the 50-yard line is number 3, Luke Elsperman.
Yeah, so they'll start another possession here in the Wildcat territory. But, yeah, the offense has just really got to get something going here because, again, it's just going to put huge pressure on this defense. We were able to hold them just 3 points last time, but we'll see what Memorial does here offensively on this possession.
Speaking of the defense, they also kind of need to step it up a little bit. They let the Tigers drive rather easily down to the 1, but surprisingly didn't go for it on that fourth down and settled for 3, thus the 3-0 score. So Matthew Fisher out of the shotgun. He throws a pass incomplete on the far sideline, or towards the far side, and looks like that was Elsperman on the intended receiver, I believe. It was.
Yeah, he was actually just trying to quick hitter right there, but yeah, I don't know if he just didn't have a good handle on the football because he didn't really have any pressure, so. Yeah, it was Luke Dockery threw to and just threw it right in the dirt. So big break for the Wildcats there, 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 from the 49. Handoff across the 45. That is number 18 again. That is Dylan Kendrick on the carry. Kendrick will pick up about perhaps 7 on the play. Actually, call it 6 as it brings up third down and 4.
Yeah, as you notice on that offensive line for Memorial, again, they're 6-7 yards down the field. That means they're moving their guys. Jasper's just getting no penetration, so the running game has just been too easy for Memorial so far.
Out of the shotgun again. Pair of running backs with them. Handoff. Actually, the pitch goes this side to Kendrick. Kendrick on the near sideline. To the 5 and into the end zone for the 43-yard touchdown run. So 43-yard touchdown run by Dylan Kendrick gives the Tigers, a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, basically the quarterback fooled everybody on that particular play. But again, I think what we need is to have somebody key on that pitch man right there because, again, Kendrick was just able to march right down the field. It was just pretty well untouched. So it's simply a 40-yard dash for a touchdown.
So on the kick looks like this time it's going to be Pate Barrett. It is actually Simon Schultz will hold. So Barrett already with a field goal to his credit. Left-footed kicker, and this one is good, and that will give the Tigers a 10-0 lead. Evansville Memorial 10, Jasper 0, 4:37 to go in the first quarter of play. We'll be back after this here on 18 WJTS.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
You know they sell and install carpet, but Carpet Warehouse also specializes in hard surface floors as well. Vinyl, hardwood, laminate, and tile. Come see the many different options and get a free in-home estimate today at Carpet Warehouse, 650 Woodlawn Drive in Jasper.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
Well, if we said his name once or twice, we'll say it again. Pate Barrett is now on hand. We think we called his name more than anybody tonight so far, as he is once again on to kick off to the Wildcats after the Tigers score on a 43-yard run by Dylan Kendrick to give them a 10-0 lead. And back once again for the Wildcats is Ricker and Levin. Jack will take it at about the 6 or 7. He'll bring it up to this time to the 26 or 27-yard line. We'll see where they put it down. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tigers with the 10-0 lead, Craig, and story of the game is let's find some offense.
Well, and it also field position. You know, again, Cats have yet to get a first down. They've been 3 and out on their first 2 possessions. Memorial was able to score easily on that last drive, starting from the 49. Just took 3 plays, but really 2 plays because the first pass was incomplete. So 2 easy runs there by number 18, killing Kendrick. And, yeah, so the Wildcats right now have got to get something going because we got a lot of football to play yet tonight.
Butel under center on first down. He will keep it. He'll get it across the 35 to the 40, and there's the first down of the night for the Wildcats as Max Butel will take it to the 40-yard line for the nice run there.
Yeah, he read that at the line of scrimmage, didn't give the ball up to the fullback, and so was able to kind of extend that option out there and had a nice rush all the way to the 40-yard line. So
looks like we got a man down for the Tigers. That's Connor O'Donohue. So nice pickup for the Wildcats. Hopefully pick up the offense itself as a whole. Right now is a 10 to Donahue. Actually, he's going to get up on his own, so we were going to take a break, but I think we'll just keep it here now. As slight break in the action.
Yeah, so good job again on that play right there. Because Butel, again, his strength as a quarterback is really what he is seeing out there on the football field, but also as far as his athleticism is running the football. So big play for the Wildcats at 15 yards.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Tell under center with Holzman behind him. Once again, Lukemeyer and Levin in the slot. Handoff goes to Holzman, and Holzman has not had any much luck tonight, is meeting them right away at the line of scrimmage is number 35, Alex Brashears.
Yeah, he was just really untouched there. So, again, the Wildcats tried to run a little bit off tackle there, but just way too easy penetration by the linebacker, Brashears, to make that play. So, short gain, just 1 yard.
1 yard gain to the 42. 2nd down and 9. Hand off again to, actually, sorry, it was Butel keeping the ball, fakes the handoff. He'll get it across to about the 45-yard line. So,
yeah, defensively there for Memorial, number 43 had a good read on the quarterback there. So, really just a short gain of maybe about 3 on the play.
43 being Grayson Carter, a sophomore. So gain of 3. 3rd down and 6 now from the 45.
Yeah, a little bit shorter situation for the Cats than what we faced before. We had a 3rd and 11 and a 3rd and 10 on our first 2 possessions, but Cats finally get their first down. But, yeah, this is going to be huge for the Wildcats. You've got to get this first down to keep this football game competitive.
Handoff goes to Levin. He'll have room on the other side, and Levin just tripped up from behind by number 13. Actually, I have to say I'd catch the number. It looked like 43. 43. Okay, thank you. That was Grayson Carter again on the play. So, but not before Levin will take it to the 36-yard line for a nice gain.
Yeah, it was a great play call by the Wildcats there. Perfect execution. They ran that inside counter there, and he just had nothing but daylight, and, yeah, a shoestring tackle.
So the Wildcats in Tiger territory at the 36. Utel under center again. Fakes the pitch to Lukemeyer and looks downfield. He will keep it. He'll take it to about the 31, maybe the 30-yard line is where they put it down. Just shy of the 30 for a pickup of about 6, it looks like.
Yeah, Butel rolled out there, was looking downfield, but, just saw the opening, so he had to tuck it under.
But we have a flag down.
Oh, boy.
First penalty of the night. Probably going to negate that play, and it will. They begin to mark it back. Likely a hold. The flag was spotted at the about the 40, 43, 42-yard line, and either way, they're going to mark it back to the 46. No, I say sorry, 46-yard line. So that'll be first down and very long for the Cats.
First and 20 at the 46.
Handoff goes to Elliott, and he will get across the 30, and he's close to a first down. Nice run.
Yeah, the difference there is the Wildcat offensive line really had some great movement pushing Memorial back there, and he saw a huge hole and was able to get big chunky yardage right back there. So
Elliott Smith with his first touch of the night, 6'2 junior. Nice big run down to the 27-yard line, pushing a minute to go in the first quarter. So second down and 2, under a minute to play in the first at the 27. Tell will give it to, looks like, well, there's Caden Ernie on the play. Ernie is playing tonight. He was talked of being on the injured list a little bit, but he is out there. And he carries the football, looks like, to the 29-yard line perhaps.
Yeah, there's a little bit difference on that counter play versus the other one that worked really well. On that one, they're trying to get inside the tackle, and he cut it up, and there's just not enough room there, and actually lost a yard on the play.
So third down and 3, 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Handoff goes to Smith. Elliott's going to be short of the first down and what will be the final play of the first quarter. First quarter comes to a close at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field. Memorial leads it 10-0. Back after this on 18 WJTS.
Get game day ready with food fit for a fan. Cheer on the Jasper Wildcats or celebrate a victory with a treat from Jasper's Dairy Queen. Grab some sweet treats while watching the Wildcats in action this season. Score on favorites like a Decadent Blizzard or a signature creation like a chocolate sundae. You can also get Orange Julius at your original West Side Dairy Queen. Dine in or drive through before or after a game for your favorite Dairy Queen treat. Best of luck, Wildcats, from Phyllis and her team at Jasper's Dairy Queen.
You the second quarter of play here at 18 WJTS. Carey Schneider, Craig Schneider, and Jeremy Marcos. Craig, one thing the Wildcats need to see right now is their offense is starting to click. One of the keys in that offense is Elliott Smith has walked gingerly off the field.
Yeah, obviously on that third down play, it was third down and 3, and so they went straight up the middle because, again, with the strength and speed that Elliott Smith has, but yeah, you're going to lose him on this fourth down play because no matter what, it was a 4-down situation, but you would have really liked to have had him. But we'll see if they're able to punch it in with Hulsman back here in that fullback spot.
4th and 1 from the 27. You tell up the middle as you can pretty much expect. He'll take it across the 25-yard line, enough for a first down.
Yeah, no need to overanalyze that type of play. Again. And a lot of times the quarterback's got that when he walks up to the line of scrimmage and he reads that, he'll just tap the center on the left or right cheek there. But I would say the way they were kind of looking to make a little push behind, that was a called play, I believe.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats. They sustain the drive at the 25, looking to get on the board. Trailing 10-0 right now in the early seconds of the second quarter. Holzman on the carry for maybe a yard.
Yeah, we're seeing Memorial actually get their guys coming up. That number 35, Alex Brashears, who's an all-state football player returning for them. He led their team with 184 tackles last year. But, again, we just got to be able to pick up those linebackers if, we're going to get our men pushing back the offensive line. But, again, we got to make sure all of our blocks are working on these plays.
So 2nd down and 9 from the 24. Pitch goes to Levin, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that might have been one where I think Butel should have probably just gave it to the first man through because, again, Memorial read that the entire way, and that's the reason why we're walking back about 6 or 7 yards.
Heavy pursuit led by Jake Lively on the tackle for the Tigers. And that will result into a loss of 5 or more. Regardless, it's 3rd down and 15 now from the 30.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Wildcats have so far with the kicking game, but no doubt about it, we've got 2 plays to make this 15 yards.
Butel, getting pressure, he'll get hit, and he'll go down. 92-4, make the stop on the play. That is Queso Jean and number 4, Liam Bryant.
Yeah, the Cats were looking downfield to throw the football there, but, number 92 just too dang quick coming from that outside there, and was just an easy sack for him. So Cats right now, you gotta be looking for something deep because, again, even if you throw it and it gets picked off, it's a good punt if they pick it off there and we're able to stop them for a little bit. But Cats cannot afford a sack on this play.
So here we go, 4th down. And a whistle, and a timeout is called by the Wildcats with 9:12 to go in the second quarter. Timeout Wildcats, 10-0 Tigers. Back after this.
McDonald's is committed to being the best first job in America with flexible schedules, professional training, customer service, and leadership opportunities, along with competitive wages and paid vacation. You could earn up to $3,000 in educational benefits while learning work skills that will help you in any career field. Further your education with Indiana Tech by getting 20% off their tuition rate. Team members receive free meals on the clock and a 30% discount while off duty. McDonald's is committed to helping you succeed. Explore McDonald's job opportunities at manmcdonalds.com.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats are now facing 4th down and 18 from the 33 after that timeout by Coach Tony Lewis.
I know what they're going to do here. It's going to be a quick snap and a punt. Because Holzman wouldn't understand. Okay.
No, actually, Butel is going to drop back, and he's going to throw a pass. It's going to be intended for Caden Nerney, but it's going to be a little high and wide. And that'll bring up, of course, the Tigers will now take over on downs.
Yeah, the Wildcats have got to find something in their passing game because, Butel, he's not hitting his receivers. In that situation right there, he had Ernie, but Ernie cuts to the inside, and he's throwing to the outside. So, again, that's a nice movement on an offensive drive there with some nice runs to get into fairly deep into Memorial territory. But, I guess the main thing with this is Memorial's not starting in the Wildcat side of the football field right now.
Well, Matthew Fisher and his offense set to go. They will take over at the 33-yard line. Fisher throws a screen on the far side. Man across the 40. And looks like that was number 3 on the reception, Luke Elsperman.
Yeah, that's the hook up they're wanting. So right away he just chucked it out there, and Elsperman's got good speed, good size, and just an easy 11-yard pickup.
11-yard pickup to the 44-yard line. So I'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 3 receivers split on the near side, 1 on the far. Kendrick to Fisher's side. Fisher throws him wide open to Kendrick on the far side. He is to the 20, still on his feet. Down inside the 15-yard line to about the 13.
Yeah, Ernie was the only guy over there. So, you know, he rolls out there and everybody's looking at the play action to the right side, but, you know, you chuck it back the other way, number 18's wide open, and Ernie was just too late in reading that, and so it just winds up being a humongous play.
It's like one of those misdirections, you know. I mean, he draws the defense to the near side with those 3 receivers in the first place, and then, of course, leaving Kendrick wide open on the far side, resulting on the big gain. And the Tigers once again in business, 1st and 10 at the 13. Fisher out of the gun. Fires it towards the end zone. A pass is complete to number 9, it looks like. And that is Luke Dockery. Dockery is inside the 5 to about the 1 or 2.
You know, that was pretty well a straight drop back for Fisher there. And, again, just plenty of time to throw. Was able to step up to the pocket, finds his man wide open, and just drills him right in the numbers. And now here they are, 1st and goal from the 1.
So the Tigers, 1st and goal from the 1. Fisher will work out of under center. And he will hand off to Kendrick. Dylan Kendrick will not get anywhere on that play. Maybe 1. Actually, he'll get maybe a half a yard perhaps. Either way, it's down to the 1. 2nd and goal now for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Evan Nardoff to fight off his man there. He saw that the entire way and just was able to just really make contact with him really about a step behind the line of scrimmage. So he gained a little bit, but not much.
So 2nd goal and 1 for the Tigers. Look for Elsperman perhaps to keep it up the middle, or will he give it to Kendrick? He will give it to Kendrick, and he will be in, or not, sorry, that's Kendrick actually. See the man coming up. There he is. Number 28 for the Tigers actually on the carry, and that was Landon Horning. So Landon Horning scores from 1 yard out to make it a 16-0 score. 7:23 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, that drive right there only took about 5 plays. Of course, you know, chunk yardage with the passing play, especially with that 40-yard hookup. But, yeah, Memorial doing it on the ground now in the air.
So here again is Barrett, and actually going to fake it. As a throw into the end zone is intercepted by Lukemeyer. The Tigers had number 19, Simon Schultz, who is the holder, grab the football and throw a pass to the end zone for a 2-point conversion attempt. It will go for naught, and the score will remain Memorial 16, Jasper 0. 7:23 to go in the 2nd quarter of play. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LPX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium in Joe Rollletter Field, Craig Schneider, Carey Schneider, and Jeremy Barkos. And once again, on to kickoff for the Tigers will be Pete Barrett. The Tigers tried to fake extra point kick and went for naught after their last score here to make it a score remain at 16-0. Barrett will once again kick off to Blake and Recker and Jack Levin for the Wildcats. Kick is away. Looks like it'll be Recker this time to take it at the 10. 20, and he is upended by number 16 for the Tigers, Wes Kelly. Nice tackle.
Yeah, he just popped him right there. And so, again, the Wildcats getting right there around the 20, 22, 25 to start most of their drives here. But, of course, you know, when you're receiving kickoffs after offensive scores, you know, on that last drive right there, Memorial, 6 plays, 67 yards, 66 coming in the air before that 1-yard plunge to put that number 6 on the board.
7:20 to go in the 2nd quarter. Jasper will start a new drive at the 22-yard line, 1st down and 10. As Butel under center. He will keep the football to the 25, spins off a tackle inside the 25 to about the 27.
Yeah, the play up the middle wasn't there. Butel, again, just being the nifty runner that he is, was able to pick up about 6 yards on that play.
Alex Broshears makes his stop on the play for Memorial. Second down and 5 at the 27 now. Under 7 minutes to go in the half. Jasper using a lot of clock already on this drive as they did on their previous one. There's a ball is down actually, and it will be recovered by the Wildcats. It looked like number 50 came down, or landed on, I should say.
Yeah, see, that's the thing when you run the triple option right there. A lot of times you have that situation where, you know, the quarterback's wanting to pull the ball out, but the fullback's committed to the run. So, you know, I think that Holzman just got his hands a little too tight on that football and knocked it out, and Cats are fortunate.
So 3rd down and 3 coming up now at the 29. Under 6 minutes to go in the quarter.
Thing is, you gained about 2 yards on the play, maybe.
We'll take it. Butel downfield.
Oh, that's got to be a flag.
And that pass was intended for Landon Albrand, and it looks like a pass interference will be called on the play.
Yeah, actually, I think Memorial kind of gave us a break on that one because he was well covered. He really did not need to, you know, put his hands on the wide receiver there. But again, you know, with the size, then that's the thing. You know, your passing game, sometimes a good penalty is going to help it because, you know, Landon Albrand's 6'4". He's got good hands. He's out there. He could have gone up and maybe made that play. So, you know, maybe it was a good play defensively. But regardless, the Cats pick up some yardage here.
It will result in a 1st down, and the ball will be at the 43-yard line. So big break for the Wildcats to improve their field position. 1st and 10. Pitch goes to Levin, and Levin is going to be pursued once again. That play has just not worked all night for the Cats.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Jesse Ubelor was trying to stay right on the defender. But, you know, again, if he takes away that pitch there and forces him back into the inside, there's just going to be nothing there. So, again, Memorial is reading everything Jasper's doing offensively. They're doing a great job defensively, and that's why the Wildcats are struggling right now.
2-yard loss on the play. 2nd down and 12 at the 41 now. Tell looks downfield, fires a pass. It's complete to Levin. Jack is at the, looks like the 35-yard line and down at about the 30.
Yeah, that was an outstanding job that time by Butel because, again, he was wide open, and instead of airing the ball out, he just threw a bullet right on the money and hit him right where he needed to, and he was able to get a lot of yards after that catch there. But a nice job there by Butel, seeing the man wide open and putting it right on the numbers.
1st and 10 at the 30 now for the Wildcats as they are deep in Tiger territory. Is this as deep as we've been yet tonight?
Yeah, we got to about the 25
okay.
on that last possession, but still.
Holzman on the carry.
Yeah, so, you know, that's a good comeback right there. You know, again, you got Memorial a little bit on their toes after that big pass play there. Let's see what we got up the middle. So, you know, a good pickup of 3.
3 yards, as Craig said, brings up 2nd down and 7 at the 27. 4:20 to go in the half. Wildcats looking to put one on the board here before the halftime break. They trail 16-0.
Yeah, this would be huge for the Wildcats to get some points on the board. You want a touchdown, though.
Butel and end around gives the football to Jack Levin, but Jack's probably going to end up losing a yard on that play.
Yeah, again, that inside counter, but he took it a little bit wide there, so it kind of made it an easy angle for number 8, Connor Donahue, to come up and make that stop. But, yeah, the Cats actually lose a little bit of yardage there. It looked like it was open up the middle, but, yeah, he just kind of extended it a little bit too wide there, and that's why it didn't go anywhere.
2-yard loss of the play is going to bring up 3rd down and 9 now from the 29. So, Cats with 3rd and long.
Yeah, this is a huge play right here because, again, if the Cats get stopped, can't get anything on the board. So, he's got a little bit of running room to the left side. There it is.
And Butel will take it inside the 25 to about the 23.
All right, so it makes it a little bit more manageable on the 4th down situation here. So it's going to be 4th and 4. But, yeah, again, nothing downfield. But, again, that's what you need out of your quarterback in this type of offense. If the passing game's not there, you got to have a quarterback with legs to be able to make something out of it. So, yeah, big play here for the Wildcats on 4th down.
So 4th down and 4 from the 24, but the Tigers will call timeout with 2:43 to go in the first half of play. Memorial leads at 16-0, but the Wildcats knocking on the Tigers' door. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper is your exclusive ladies' boutique, carrying a variety of incomparable top designers. You can select apparel from their large variety of elaborate accessories. Stop in for unique gifts like art from local artists and home decor. Think local, buy local. Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, 16-0 is our score. Wildcats facing 4th down and 4. Craig from the 24.
Huge play right here. Cats able to convert here.
He'll roll to his right and look downfield. He'll fire a pass to the down, and it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers. Still on his feet to the 20 and out of bounds. And it could be a late hit, but they're not going to call it. That was number 32, I believe, yes, for the Tigers. And that was Jake Lively with the pick.
One thing you don't ever want to do as a quarterback is throw across your body and throw across the field right there, especially if you just don't have quite the arm to do that. I mean, that's a throw that John Elway can make, but, you know, I don't think Max Butel is doing that. He had a man out in the flat, and I don't know why he didn't hit him there because, you know, Holzman just, you know, came from that backfield position, was out there for about 5-7 yards, and, you know, again, he's got to hit his receivers early in their routes.
Big test for the Jasper defense. You know what the Memorial is thinking right now with 2.5 to go, and they'll, you know, obviously we're looking for a score before the half as pass is thrown way downfield. Incomplete, intended for Simon Schultz. And the point I was just trying to make, you know, with the Tigers, obviously, like anybody would want to get points on the board before the half, especially when you get the ball to start the second half.
Well, and again, the passing game is something that this team should be really good at because, again, you got an experienced quarterback, you got experienced receivers, and just, you know, the Cats were able to get a little bit of pressure right there. But if he kind of stops instead of throws that on the run, I think he's got the big play because he had a man wide open downfield.
2nd down and 10 with 2:23 to go now from the 22. Pass is complete to Elsperman, and Elsperman will have the first down to the 35.
Again, picture perfect the way they ran that. You know, again, he's going to run that little hook, and he's coming back to the football where the defender's really kind of breaking on him because he's wide open over there, and he's able to just run around him and pick up big yardage after that catch.
1st and 10 from the 35 for the Tigers. Out of the shotgun, pressure. He'll throw a pass, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down now.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Wildcats needed right there, to get in the quarterback's face. And nice job by Eckert to just really pop right through there. He's, you know, he fought off his defender there and was able to get back there. But, again, if you can get Fisher a little nervous, and the Cats have, you know, basically chased him down a little bit on a couple of these pass plays. But, yeah, we'll need to continue to do that throughout the football game.
So Elsperman out of the shotgun again with a man to his right. He'll look, he'll throw a pass downfield, and it's going to be nearly intercepted by the Wildcats. Zoom in there, number 14, Werner, defending on the play. He nearly had the pick, was number 14, Max Werner.
Yeah, in that situation, again, it's 2nd down, so, you know, you still got life. If that's 3rd down, I don't have a problem with that pass, but, you know, I think it was just one of those deals where he thinks, all right, Elpsman's a big receiver, you know, mainly, you know, it's that 50-50 ball right there, but the Cats can almost come up with a big interception by Werner. But, yeah, again, if that's 3rd down and it's picked off, that's a punt, you know. But on 2nd down, it's a little bit more riskier of a play.
So 3rd down and 10 now from the 35 once again as Fisher out of the gun. Gets pressure. He'll roll. Flag is down. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 9, Luke Dockery, but it looks like we'll see a hold against the Tigers, and we will.
Yeah, we're going to see a hold here, and I assume the Wildcats will decline it if they can. I don't know what. So many times in high school football, I don't know quite what the penalty rules are, but yeah, they're actually going to step it off here. No, okay. So yeah, the Cats do decline it. So yeah, force Memorial to punt. So good job by the Wildcats there to just finally get after the quarterback. Their only big play was that little button hook that he threw to Elfsperman. So Cats with some time here, 1:46. We'll see if they can maybe get the ball down the field again.
So the Tigers will be forced to punt with 1:46 to go in the half as Jack Levin, the lone man back for Jasper. Snap is out, and then the kick is away.
Returnable.
Levin takes it. He is at nearly to across the 35, inside the 35 before he's basically upended. It looks like you're going to put it down at the 39.
Yeah, he did a nice job running up on that football because, again, you make that first man miss, anything can happen, but plenty of Memorial players to clean it up. But, Cats not in bad field position, 1:37. If we can get just some key plays, maybe a penalty or something here, we might be in range to possibly put some points on the board here.
The Tigers were guilty of a pass interference earlier that came to the aid of the Cats, but they were unable to capitalize on it. But anyway, we got 1:37 to go, as you said, with, Cats with a chance here with working from their 39.
And that's the thing here is that, the Wildcats can be kicking off the Memorial, so I think it's kind of important for the Cats to at least get aggressive on this drive, and it looks like they're going to throwing the ball.
Butel will keep it, and he will be, they're going to keep the clock running, saying he got down before he went out of bounds. Clock continues to run with 1:25 to go in the half. With only a pickup maybe of 1. Looks like it was. 2nd down and 9 coming up at the 40.
Yeah, he gained a yard, so don't count it as a sack, but really that's a coverage sack because outstanding coverage downfield. Butel had nowhere to go. But he's got to get out of bounds in that situation, though.
Out of the gun is Max Butel. Max rolls to his left now. He'll fire a pass. Looked like it might have been deflected, but it was intended for Caden Ernie. And Ernie cannot hold on to it. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. It stops the clock with 1:01 to go.
I would give anything to be number 30, Jalen Carter, right now because he had an easy interception there. If he breaks on the football, because, again, he just aired it right out there, he's picking that off and maybe running down the field for a touchdown, but he wasn't very aggressive, so Jasper really got a break there.
So here we are, 3rd down and 9 with a minute to go, 1:01 to be exact. 8 seconds on the play clock. Tell out of the gun once again. Throws it over to Ernie on this side, and Caden is going to be lucky to get anything out of that. In fact, he's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, you run that play, again, hoping maybe you get a block or something there. But, yeah, Memorial's going to call a timeout here because, again, if they can get a block on this punt or something or maybe a good return, they still got 47 seconds to maybe do something. But, yeah, the Cats were just kind of throwing in the towel on that play.
So with 47 seconds to go in the half, Jasper will be punting away to the Tigers. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelar, Ubelar Toyota in Jasper. Truck lovers know the Toyota Tundra for its legendary strength and reliability. The new Tundras are long on comfort, technology, and safety too. Right now, we've got plenty of new Tundras in stock, with options for every purpose and budget. Loaded with features to help you get things done. We have flexible financing and lease options as well. Find your new Tundra today at Ubelar Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends for hardworking trucks since 1929.
A.J. Holzman set to punt. Couple of men back now for the Tigers, including number 9, Luke Dockery. And see the other guy is on the near side. But anyway, Holzman gets this one away. It's a high punt. Fair catch is going to be called by number 3. That is Luke Elfsperman. So Elfsperman this time back for the Tigers along with Dockery.
Yeah, a little bit better punt there because he got some air underneath it and forced him to call that fair catch. I think they were setting up for a return because they dropped their guys back. They only actually rushed one guy towards the punter. So But again,
Fortunately,
46 seconds and one timeout is what Memorial's facing right now.
All right. Fortunately, he was able to get that up in the sky a little more, so to speak, where they can give the Cats time to get downfield. So here's Matthew Fisher under the gun, out of shotgun. Fakes the hand, dumps a pass over here to Kendrick. Kendrick will get close to a first down, looks like, and he will get the first down to the 45.
Yeah, he picked up 11 on that one because, they basically what they're doing is that they're letting the defenders get in there. Jasper fell for it, and just a quick dump off on that little screen. As a football fan, as a boy, I hate the screen pass, but especially when it works like that. But, Memorial read that well.
Receivers on 3 on the far side, but they'll go here on the near side to Dockery. And Dockery will be pushed out of bounds, or taken out of bounds, I should say. Let's see, where are we here? At about the 43?
Yeah,
43-yard line, and that will, another timeout for Memorial with 31 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, the key thing with that play, and I think that's what Memorial wanted to do, it's like, all right, let's get into Jasper territory. We got 31 seconds. We had to burn a timeout there. Probably worth it because, again, you're going to have about 3 or 4 plays that, you could still possibly run. We're in high school where the clock stops on the move of the chains there. So, again, Memorial's going to have to be on their toes here, but it's a great opportunity to work on their quick 2-minute offense. But, then it's a great opportunity for Jasper, too. You get after the quarterback, maybe force a turnover or something, and, hopefully, if he throws an errant pass or something, you're able to pick that off. But, from Memorial standpoint, that was a really good call there to set them up in Wildcat territory and maybe get about 2 or 3 plays and get further down the field.
So with 31.9 seconds to go in the half, Tigers are obviously going to be gunning for the end zone, trying to set some kind of a score.
They don't really have to do it quite yet, because, again, you could throw it to the middle of the field, stop that clock on the first down. So we'll see what they do here.
Here's Fisher.
Dumps
the screen out here to Kendrick, and he will take it across the 35 to the 30, still on his feet, and he will be down at about looks like the 28-yard line.
Yeah, huge 15 yards, 16 yards he picks up on that play. But, again, Cats have got to get a defender to key in on him. Again, he's one of their top 3 players. And, again, as a defense, you have to have guys that basically are keyed on. You're going to key on the quarterback. You're going to key on your top receiver, which is primarily Elfsperman. But you got to key on number 18. And I don't think the Cats are doing a good job of that because he's coming up with big plays, both with the run and now with pass plays.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 28. Pass complete over the far sideline to Elfsperman. Elfsperman still on his feet to the inside the 10 to about the 9. And out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like they're calling him out of bounds. But, again, another big chunk play just on a little dump off there. But that one is perfect execution by Memorial because what they're trying to do is set up their blockers to get down the field because it's kind of like a little mini bubble screen or whatever you want to call it. And, they were able to get their men downfield and knock the Wildcats back. That's the reason why they're right now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9, and obviously they would be working quickly. There's 10 seconds to go on the play clock, and according to the scoreboard, I guess Memorial is out of timeouts. Or are they?
They're out of timeouts. But
so 1 second, they don't
have a timeout. No.
Yeah, and they're gonna be called for
delay a game.
Exactly, they're gonna lose 5 on this as a result. Fisher and some of the other receivers, including Elfsperman. That's why I brought him up. We're looking at the Tigers sideline to their staff, trying to figure out what do we do next. And as a result, of course, like you said, they had no timeouts. The play clock went down, and now they're back to the 14.
Yeah, but they're still in pretty good range here to
for
at least 2, maybe 3 plays with 15 seconds, depending on what happens here.
Pass is complete into the end zone for a touchdown to number 3, Luke Elsperman from 14 yards out. And just like that, the Tigers score.
Now, that's a perfect example of a quarterback and receiver that know each other and they've worked together. They've probably made that play many, many times, even in backyards of friends' houses or whatever. But again, he's just going to cut to the goal line there, make sure he gets across the line or the goal line and makes that cut, and just a beautiful ball thrown right on the money, and so an easy score.
So here he is, Pate Barrett. And the left-footed kicker splits the uprights for the extra point kick. And the score is Memorial 23, Jasper 0, I should say, with 12 seconds to go in the first half, Craig. So right now, we'll just go ahead and take a break itself right now as the Wildcats will receive the kickoff with 12 seconds to go. Back after this on 18 WJTS. Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats are behind now by the score of 23-0 with 12 seconds to go, and will once again receive a kickoff from the Tigers.
Yeah, just going back on that drive there, Carey. I mean, the Wildcats the Tigers 66 yards, and it was just pretty well picture perfect when you come to, as far as like Matthew Fisher, because again, he just engineered a perfect drive to get them on the scoreboard with less than a minute to go. So that was very impressive of what he was able to pull off there with 5 big pass plays and getting them in the end zone.
Short kick, drop at the 20, and Cats will just down it there.
Yeah, they just want to get out of here.
Lost our screen here. I've looked at that time. So with 11.6 seconds to go, we'll bring up, Jasper having first and 10 at the 12.
Yeah, they're just going to run it out here. Run it out. Get situated. Might have to make some personnel changes. I don't know, but you're down 23-0. Obviously, offensively and defensively, things aren't working here. But you got to hand it to Memorial, because again, their offense was one thing that again, they were going to hang their hat on this season, and they did an outstanding job of executing both with the run game early on, but then especially there in that second quarter, they threw the ball all over the football field. And again, that last drive right there was just so impressive. So again, the Wildcats have really got to come up with something here to get back in this football game, or at least make it competitive.
Needless to say, they got the work cut out for them. I mean, it's the opening game of the season. You can look at that, but the Tigers, have shown that they are the real deal. And a lot of players returning from the sectional championship team that got us in the regional. Lost to the eventual state champ. I think they lost to East Central. Can't remember if they actually won the state last year or not. But anyway. They have a lot of returners back, and they're showing their experience tonight, while the Wildcats with a lot of holes or a lot of problems to fix and so forth.
Actually, they're going to recognize the 12-year-old all-star team out there.
Okay.
Just an out away from getting to the World Series. So, yeah, it's great that they're going to get their recognition and all that. So
congratulations to them and coaches Shane O'Connor and of course, Jared Grosser and Levin and so forth. But anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back and take a look at some stats and have the second half kickoff after this on 18 WJTS. Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field, Carey Schneider, Craig Schneider, and Jeremy Marcos. And the Wildcats here at halftime trailing 23-0, Craig. We'll let you kind of take a look at a few stats and throw a little analysis our way on the first half.
Well, I think the main thing is just as far as Memorial, they had 5 possessions in that first half and put points on the board in 4 of them. But, it's just a combination of running the ball, passing the ball, and, they're just executing their offense to perfection right now. 211 total yards of offense compared to the Wildcats at 109. Early on, it was Dylan Kendrick. I mean, he was just pretty well dominating, running the football and all that. But then all of a sudden, they opened up the passing game, too. So he had 5 rushes for 56 yards and a touchdown, 3 catches for 69 yards. His long pass play was 43 yards. His long running play was 43 yards for that touchdown that he rushed for. So, but just pretty nice numbers there for Matthew Fisher. Once he kind of got things going on those last 2 possessions, especially the one that scored right before the half, 7 of 12 passing for 120 yards and a touchdown. So, it's just one of those deals where it's just like, everything's clicking for Memorial. Jasper has got to figure some things out because, again, they've had a couple decent plays. I mean, Levin had a 19-yard play. Butel ran for 14 yards on one play. Elliott Smith had a good run, but then also that hookup for 29 yards. So the Cats got some chunk plays a little bit there, but once they got into Memorial territory, their offense just pretty well stalled.
Well, I mean, now as we head into the second half, when you find yourself down 23-0, Craig, and you're looking at the Wildcats, what do you do?
Well, the main thing on this one is that, again, Memorial's going to get the football first. So the defense has got to get a stop. You can't let them get back into our territory because once they get into Wildcat territory, they're pretty well scoring tonight. So if the Cats can have a good stop here defensively, give your offense a lot better field position than what they've been, getting tonight. And so I think the key thing right here is this first possession, to stop Memorial and get this defense to get a little bit more confidence because since right now it's just been nothing but a rolling machine for this Memorial Tiger offense. So defense is going to be very key to stop things here to start things off.
What we're seeing here for the first time tonight is Colton Smith, who will be doing kickoffs, and this is the first kickoff of the night to start the second half. Tigers with 3 men back, and Smith's kickoff rolls out of the end zone for a touchback.
That was an outstanding boot right there. So, he had a whole half to work on that leg, and he probably went and did a little couple thigh lifts and all that stuff. So,
we'd love to see him an opportunity to maybe kick an extra point or 2, and perhaps a field goal. See how that works out. But that's up to the Wildcat offense to put him in that position. So the Tigers will start at the 20-yard line. Start the second half, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, now, actually, from Memorial standpoint, you just want to keep playing your game. You don't want to make any mistakes. You want to make sure that, you keep getting better with each drive here, so you just don't want to let up at all.
Handoff goes to, was that Elsperman? Or
28.
28, actually, excuse me. That was Landon Horning, a sophomore for the Tigers, gets the first carry of the second half. He will pick up a yard. 2nd down and 9 at the 21.
Yeah, I think Memorial just right there trying to get their feet wet again, running the football because, again, they've been throwing it all over the field, and obviously you didn't have much time on that last drive, and they were able to march right down. But in this situation, you also want to have some ball control and try to control the clock because right now with a 23-0 lead, you're pretty well in the driver's seat, and the Wildcats can get a huge turnover here.
Pass is intended as pressure was put on by the Wildcats, number 24 for the Cats, and that is Ethan Young. So Ethan Young able to bust through the offensive line for Memorial to result in an incomplete pass and bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, again, a big defensive play there. So, Young just was able to get right there in the quarterback's face. But I'll tell you what, though, that was actually a smart play by the quarterback because he had to get rid of the football, and he only had one man in front of him. Just throw it at his feet. That play's not going to go anywhere if you complete it. So, again, Fisher showing his maturity on that play.
So that stops the clock with 11:15 to go in the third quarter. 3rd down and 9. Big 3rd down coming up for the Jasper defense.
Yeah, and that's the key thing, again, forcing Memorial in long situations here, so a 3rd and long. And, again, I'm sure they're going to want to throw the football here again. So, again, if we can just continue to get pressure on the quarterback, might change things if the Cats can get after him.
Fisher back. He'll keep the football. He'll have some running room, and he'll slide safely across the 30-yard line, and they'll mark it right at the 30. It'll be just enough for a first down, so a big 3rd down pickup for the Tigers.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, he did a great job. He saw the opening. You step up in the pocket, and if you got nothing but green in front of you, you run the football. But, boy, I thought he slid a little early there. They gave him the first down, but that was pretty close.
So, 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 30. Big pickup for the Memorial offense to sustain the drive. Keep the Jasper defense on the field. Fakes the handoff. Fisher looks. Throws a pass. It's incomplete. Towards the Jasper sideline. Intended, looks like, for number 15, Max Anslinger.
Yeah, that pressure from the Wildcats came up the middle, so you had Preston Roach, number 57, and Hunter Eckert getting after him, forcing him to kind of, because, again, there was a drop-back play, so he was in the pocket, and he had to kind of force himself out there and, basically on the run like that. That's a tough throw to make to the sideline there. So great job so far by the Wildcat defense.
So once again, out of the shotgun is Matthew Fisher with Kendrick to his left. And it looks like a delay of game is going to be called against the Tigers. That'll walk off 5.
And those are surprising penalties because, the one that was earlier, on their drive, and they end up scoring anyway. But still, again, that play went out of bounds, and the play call didn't get in here. Here, it's not really any pressure. Again, it's a first down play, so, or I guess second down, but, he threw incomplete. The clock stops. So, again, just poor clock management, both by the players and the coaches here.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 15. This time from the 25.
See what the linebackers do on this one.
Fakes the handoff, dumps a pass over to the far side. Looks like that's to Elsperman. And there on the tackle for the Cats was number 2, Jude Peter, along with number 26, Drake Hagan.
Yeah, Ethan Young got in the backfield quickly there. So, again, it's a design play that they ran there. But, again, if you can just get after the quarterback before he can get his timing right on that play, and I think that the Wildcats covered it pretty well there. So, again, 3rd and long.
So 3rd down and 7 now coming up for the Tigers. Bug just ran right in front of me here. Here's a dump pass it over to number 18 for the Tigers, Kendrick. Kendrick still on his feet. He'll have first down yardage and more right to midfield.
Yeah, that was one of those plays where, again, and it's worked all night for him. They're able to get the football into number 18's hands, and all he has to do is dance around a couple defenders, and then boom, he's straight up the middle. And, so, again, I like what I see from him because, again, he's a nifty runner, but he's more north and south as opposed to just trying to kind of scat back out there, and so he picks up 17 huge yards. 2
big plays for the Tigers on this drive on long, and the pass is intended, again, of course, for Elsperman, and the time is into the dirt, or the turf, incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't really get his feet there, but actually the Wildcats had good coverage with Levin over there, number 7. And, so that play wasn't really going to go anywhere, maybe pick up about 2 or 3 yards. So it's probably better that it went incomplete to stop the clock a little bit.
9:33 to go in the 3rd. Pitch to this side. Flag goes down. There's Elsperman across the 40, but we'll see what the flag is all about. Most likely a hold against Memorial.
Yeah, I think this is coming back.
It is indeed a hold on the Tigers. So big penalty that Coach Hurley and staff are not happy to see, I'm sure, at this point, as the Tigers have been maintaining a good drive after having 2 big plays to get them out of some long yardage situations.
Well, and the thing, too, on that play, it looked like it worked, right? Because he ran down the field and gained some yardage there. But, again, if they actually hold, that's a chance for the Wildcat defender to make that play in the backfield. So, they might come back to that play later on.
With the penalty, that's going to bring up 2nd down and 20 now from back from Memorial's own 40.
Brand's dropping back into the safety spot. He was at the line of scrimmage to start with there.
Pass up the middle is complete to Elsperman, and he will spin and make his way across the 40 to about the 39, maybe the 38.
Just a little too easy. They're actually just putting on a clinic right now with that play, picking up 22 and getting a huge first down. And but again, that's just a situation where you've got a quarterback and receiver that have probably been thrown to each other since grade school, and that's really what you need to have success in high school football. You got to have a quarterback and a top 2 or 3 receivers that you're basically, your timing is just basically perfect, and that's what we saw on that play.
All Ben Chris Schmidt.
Yeah, no doubt.
First and 10 from the 38. Elsperman on the carry, and he will take it to the 35 for a pickup of 3.
And that's the thing with Elsperman. He played a lot of quarterback when Fisher went down last year and led him to a sectional championship. But, that's going to give them some diversity in their offenses to put him back there, and they split out Fisher that time, so just a little different look.
So 2nd down and 7 now from the 35. And Fisher has been working out of the shotgun pretty much the whole second half. Fire pass on this side, and right through the hands of number 9, Luke Dockery.
Yeah, he probably should have caught that football. It was right there in his hands, but again, he just didn't get a good release on that pass, and just basically threw a duck out there, and it fell incomplete. So the Cats get a break here, and again, they need to get a stop here. Maybe make Memorial make some decision here whether they're going to punt. So if you can get into the backfield and get a sack or something here, they get beyond that 40-yard line, they'll punt the football. But if they gain some more yardage, it's going to be 4-down territory.
Well, as I say, it's 4-down territory, as you said. So Fisher back, fires a pass, is complete. And look who is it. Once again, Elsperman.
Oh, they're brothers out there. They are absolute brothers because, again, he knows where he's at. He knows how to read it. And the other thing, too, with Elsperman, he does an outstanding job of staying in front of the defenders, too, because, he's not blazing by defensive backs. He's cutting in front of them. So, again, a great route, a great throw, and a big first down.
So that brings up 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Jasper 17. Fisher fires a pass to Kendrick. Kendrick loses a tackle, and into the end zone from 17 yards out is number 18, Dylan Kendrick, for the score.
And that's the thing. I mean, all of Memorial studs really showed themselves on that drive there. The quarterback threw nice balls. The receivers caught them.
And the men blocked downfield.
Oh, outstanding blocking, by the offensive lineman, to be able to give him time to throw and all that. But, again, they got some good weapons, and they're showing their skill tonight.
You already mentioned it, and we'll touch upon it again here in a second, maybe after the break, that as Pate Barrett once again on for another extra point kick, and this one is through the uprights as well for the score to make it 30-0. 30 for Memorial, 0 for Jasper. About 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Ubler Chevy in Jasper, Indiana is your headquarters for new half-ton Silverados. And we've got them in stock. Choose from LTs, RSTs, Trail Bosses, and even High Countries. All in stock now. If we don't have the truck you're looking for, we can get it for you. The Chevy Silverado has a heritage and a history like no other truck, and now is a great time to buy one. Find your Silverado at Ubler Chevy in Jasper. Online at ublergm.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where once again the Tigers are set to kick off to the Wildcats. Pate Barrett has been pretty much the busiest man of the night, Craig.
Oh, I know. He's getting his workout. There's no doubt about that. But, again, you want your kicker kicking because that means you're putting points on the board, you're executing, and Memorial is just a very impressive football team tonight.
I was going to say, we know that what that is the result of. A 30-0 score by the Tigers with 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Short kick, this time brought up field. Looks like by number 19 for the Wildcats, and that is Alec Ware. So Alec Ware on the return.
Yeah, Memorial kind of did us a favor on a little pop kick, pooch kick, whatever you want to call it there, but gives the Wildcats, they've been kind of keeping us inside the 25, so a little bit better field position at the 31.
So, as Craig said, we're at the 31-yard line. First down and 10 for the Cats. See what the Cats can try to muster some kind of offense to answer what Memorial has done. They have yet to do so tonight. 30-0 is our score. You tell Carey keeps the football, and he is going to lose probably 2 yards maybe at best.
Yeah, I think this is just a case right now where the Memorial defense is now fired up because their offense is just pretty well taking control of this football game. So they're going to get a little bit more aggressive, and it's going to be really tough for the Wildcats to move the football.
And you ought to know what's probably on their mind right now is the score, is the difference in the score. Of course, if it does hit the 35-point mark, we will see a continuous clock for the rest of the night. Right now it is 30-0 with 8:50 to go in the third. Handoff. On this side. Picked up that football there. That was number 8 for the Wildcats. And that is A.J. Holzman, the fullback. He's brought down by Tiger Tacklers.
You can call it Pride of Tackle.
Yeah, I mean, well, we always say Pride of Wildcats, so forth. That we do that in honor of our good friend Jack Yagi.
Absolutely.
So Jack and Connie, I'm not sure where they're now with this new setup, but they're here somewhere. You can bet their bottom dollar on that.
But I tell you what, on that particular play, again, the offensive line is just not stopping their guys. I mean, they're having a tough time really handling the quickness of Memorial. Because Memorial, they got kind of a little more stout defensive linemen than what you normally see. But the Wildcat defense is just not able to play up to their par.
And that is Holzman to the 30-yard line. And that will bring up 4th down for Jasper.
So just a quick 3 and out.
Quick 3 and out, and resulting in a -1 yard. All said and done. 5:35 to go in the third.
Yeah, look at Memorial. They got 2 guys back here, so I think they're going to try to get aggressive on this return here. And they're actually, you can see they're setting up at the 40-yard line. So
yeah, they got that. That is Luke Dockery and I believe Elsperman, yeah. And Elsperman will call fair catch at the 40.
Kind of surprised they did a fair catch there, but. All right, so the Tiger Express is back on the football field. See if the Wildcats can finally get a stop here.
Well, we'll see. Right now, it's 1st and 10 for Memorial. They'll start yet another drive, this time from their own 40. So with 5:17 to go in the third.
Yeah, Memorial in this situation, they want to get this game kind of over with. So if they can get one more score and get the running clock, that's what their goal is on this particular drive. Because, that'll give you a chance to kind of get some of your younger players there. And, again, they deserve a big pat on their back if they're able to kind of get to that particular point in the game.
Pass is complete to Elsperman. There he goes across the 50, just barely across the 50. And they'll mark it at the 49. So that'll be a pickup of 11.
The thing is, though, as far as this Wildcat defense, you're getting blown out right now. Okay, so get aggressive. I mean, that was just too easy. I mean, he threw it right to him. Nobody even touched him until he got past that 1st down marker. So, again, I know you're down because you're losing this football game, but, hey, go for it. If I'm a defensive back, I want to pick that ball off and maybe make a change here if I can run it back for a score. But, I don't know. They're just not real aggressive right now.
Under center is Fisher this time. And a handoff... Zoom in there, Jed. Number 21, it looks like it is. Number 21, Gino.
Imoni.
Ime is actually is what I was told from the Memorial media.
I like
Gentleman
Imoni
was nice
better.
enough. He came over one of our pronunciations. I said, well, while you're at it, let's take a look at yours.
Okay.
And he helped me out with a few. I think that's what he said, Imani, I believe. Actually, you can't read all the
Aimone.
Yeah.
I'd have said
and then 92 is actually Gene goes by Queso.
And it's actually going under center, and it's an I backfield right now. So it looks like they're starting to make some substitutions in that backfield. So, yeah, you say it again. What's his name?
And 21?
Yeah.
Imani, I believe, is what
Imani.
I'm almost
All right.
positive.
Well, got a nice chunky yardage there, setting up a 3rd and short.
3rd and 3 is at the 42.
So 3rd down and 3 coming up at the 42 for Memorial. Yeah, is it probably 4-down territory for them at this point, needs to say. So they got 2 plays to pick up 3 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, I think in this situation they just want a nice sustained drive. But hey, again, there we go. I'm talking about that aggressiveness by the Wildcats. So number 26 comes up and make a nice pop there. Sophomore Drake Hagan getting the opportunity, and he took advantage of it.
He had a tackle on the last series for the Wildcats. That brings up 4th down and 6 after a loss of 3.
Yeah, the Wildcats are making some changes out there as far as their personnel. The free safety spot is Jude Peters, so he's on the football field now.
So now out of the shotgun, Fisher stops and looks over to the sideline as the rest of the receivers.
Yeah, they tried to get the Wildcats to jump there and get an easy 5 yards. Cats didn't fall for it.
He's out of the gun, and he will run with it, and he will try to dump a pass before he got to the line of scrimmage, and he darn near got across the line before he got that pass off. But either way, it's going to bring up a turnover on down. So Jasper's defense comes through on those last two plays.
You know, and the thing is, you're going to get some of your younger players the opportunity to play. But hey, you know, sophomores can play varsity football. So I mean, I'm seeing some good things at least in that last couple plays from Drake Hagan. Put that kid in the football game and let him play.
So Jasper will take over 1st and 10 at the 45. Wildcat first string offense, of course, out on the field right now. Though down 30-0. Butel gets pressure. He will get away from a tackle, eludes another one. 45, and now at about the 46.
Hey, that was all on number 5 right there to get something out of absolutely nothing. He should have been knocked back for about a 6 or 7 yard loss because they just 3 or 4 guys were in the backfield all over him. But nice job by Butel to be able to get away and come up with something there.
After all was said and done, Craig, he ended up picking up a yard.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 9 to the 46. Two minutes to go in the 3rd.
Making a change at the line of scrimmage based on what he's seeing defensively.
Handoff goes to Holzman, and AJ will take it about the 49.
Yeah, I think Memorial's starting to make some change on their defensive side of the ball, too, so getting some other players in there. But, again, you know, good opportunity for Jasper to start executing offensively. So, again, no doubt in this situation you're in 4-down territory. You're down 30-0, so you got to keep going for it. So the Cats are just going to come up with 6 yards on 2 plays here and keep this drive alive.
So 3rd down and 6 at the 49 for the Wildcats. Minute and 15 to go in the 3rd. Handoff goes to Levin. Jack will probably end up losing a yard after that.
Well, again, the reason why that play didn't work is because the offensive line are missing their assignments. You know, again, that play is supposed to go inside. It's an inside counter. So, you know, if you don't make those blocks or at least stay with the blocks and then allow the Memorial defense to just, you know, basically stand there and wait to make that tackle, and that's what we saw on that play.
Without a doubt, the Wildcats will go for it here on 4th down and 7 at the 48. And Butel under center. He'll look. He'll fire a pass. It is caught by Levin. Jack has it for the 1st down at the 41.
That is a tough throw right there because, again, he's throwing to the far sideline. You know, he's got to hit him in stride. And, you know, again, you're gaining, you know, just, 8 or 9 yards on the play or so. Mm-hmm. But it's like that throw is about a 40-yard throw, and he put it right on a dime there. So good job by Max to get that ball out there.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Tigers 41. 27 seconds to go in the quarter. Holzman on the carry, and AJ will pick up maybe 2.
No, again, the drive's alive, so see what you can pick up there between tackles. Cat's going to go without a huddle this time.
9 seconds to go as the clock winds down, and it looks like they're just going to concede, as they obviously will, with 2 seconds to go in the third quarter. 30-0 is our score. We played 3. We'll be back with the fourth period after this on 18 WJTS.
After a long day of digging holes and keeping cats out of my yard, I'll wind down on a nice, comfy, soft cloud. My human buys the best fluffy stuff from Carpet Warehouse.
At Carpet Warehouse, you'll find a floor that will please the whole family, even the ones with 4 legs. Rory loves to cool off by laying on laminates, tile, vinyl, or wood. You'll love them for their style and many selections.
Carpet Warehouse. Quality I can lay on. Quality you can stand on.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. 30-0 is our score as we head into the fourth and final period of play. Jasper on the losing end of this contest on their opening night of the 2024 season. And on the carry goes to, looks like number 19 for the Cats, Alec Ware. And Ware's going to lose a few.
Yeah, 38, Connor Orr, 32, Jake Lively. They were just way too quick for the Wildcat line there. Just too easy of a play. So, I mean, again, you could talk about what Memorial's done as far as their offense tonight. Their defense is just really showing a lot of quickness and a lot of strength. And, again, they're just dominating the line of scrimmage.
They're down 11 from the 42 for the Cats. Tell out of the shotgun. Tries a pass up the middle and complete. Looks like, was that Lukemeyer on the receiver, or at least the intended receiver?
Butel took a pop right there. Number 59 just leveled him. Brady Combs, I mean, he was I can't believe he didn't knock the pass down. But he was right in his face. But I tell you what, he threw a good ball, though, even though the defender was after him. But you can tell Butel's a little shaken up.
Has been the case, I guess, for the most of the night, Craig. The Wildcat offensive line having their struggles against that Memorial front defensive line.
Right.
They have been getting through and pursuing and finding a way to put pressure on the Wildcat offense, which is yet to find the scoreboard at this point. Butel fires a pass, and it is incomplete. Zoom in there and contended. Looks like, turn around there, son. Okay, that was Allbrand.
Yeah.
So Landon Allbrand on the intended receiver on that play.
Yeah, just trying to get it out there and see if Allbrand can catch it and do something after the catch. But, yep. Again, just too much pressure on the quarterback. And, a lot of times, especially if you get hit like that, he was completely squared up. Again, that's going to alter your mindset on your next play. And so that was pretty well the case there.
I'm seeing some new faces, it looks like, Craig, on the Wildcat defensive side as well.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing other guys getting the opportunity. And like I said, again, you can sit there and say, all right, well, the sophomores or JV players, hey, get out there and make a play and make a name for yourself, because this is game one and, we're down 30-0.
You got to get it somewhere.
Right.
Here's a handoff on the near side. Man still on his feet. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. That was number 28 for the Tigers. And it looks like Landon Horning. And Horning is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 42.
Yeah, I tell you, he made that move to the outside there, but got a really good block from number 19, Simon Schultz, to kind of allow him to cut up field and come up with a huge run play there. So pick up, I'm looking at the yardage, is about 16 yards.
First down and 10 after the pickup of 16 at the 42. Pass is complete to Ellsperman on this side. Flag goes down. Ellsperman may make his way to the end zone, but it's probably not going to count. He is in for the touchdown score, but the flag is down back at the 41.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because it's in front of the line. Okay, they are going to call hold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because see, again, they're setting up a screen there, so you're trying to get your lineman out there. I'm sure a lineman was a little bit late in getting there and just kind of grabbed his guy. So, yeah, Jasper gets a big break there because, we're looking at a running clock if he scores there.
So we have an official's timeout on the field. I'm not sure exactly. Do we have okay, man down on cramps. Thanks, Kevin. But
yeah, typical.
Oh, yeah, typical opening night
yeah.
in the August game when it's as warm and humid as it was. The weather was great all week up until this afternoon. boom, we came out of work this afternoon. I was like, where in the heck did this come from? 10:56 to go in the ball game. 30-0 is our score. We'll be back after this.
Get game day ready with food fit for a fan. Cheer on the Jasper Wildcats or celebrate a victory with a treat from Jasper's Dairy Queen. Grab some sweet treats while watching the Wildcats in action this season. Score on favorites like a decadent blizzard or a signature creation like a chocolate sundae. You can also get Orange Julius at your original West Side Dairy Queen. Dine in or drive through before or after a game for your favorite Dairy Queen treat. Best of luck, Wildcats, from Phyllis and her team at Jasper's Dairy Queen.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. Tigers after the penalty facing 1st and 20 back at their own 48.
Well, Memorial still got their starting quarterback out there, and
we're just trying to put the final nail in the coffin.
It
was a face mask, and that's going to help their cause.
Yep, they're going to.
And the helmet just comes flying off too on top of it. That is what you might call intentional, or what's the not inadvertent.
No, man, no, that's.
Personal foul face mask, exactly, Kevin.
And the thing is, it
is a personal foul.
They don't call it an automatic first down, though. He's going to get us 15 yards, but see, look how far back.
Yeah,
it's a spot foul, so they're going to step us up from the 42-yard line.
Well, after all said and done, let's see where they end up putting the football. Yeah. But it's a big break for Memorial, as I said. I'm sure with their main starters in the ball game. They got a few new faces in there now, but. Still see Ellsperman and Fisher and some of the others, but they're going to walk it off, and he's going to keep walking.
Yep,
back to the original line of scrimmage almost.
Yep. So it's going to be first
about
11.
11. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
15-yard walk-off and automatic first down.
No, I don't think so, Bob. But is it automatic? Okay, it is automatic first down then.
No, it was already first down. It was first down.
Well, they moved the markers back now to.
I know they had a penalty on the first down. It moved back.
All right.
First down, and then now it's still first down.
and now they're putting it back. See where it was.
Yeah,
so you're exactly right.
You don't move the chains. Yeah, there you go. So it's 1st and 11.
Well, I remember once hearing Al McGuire say to Billy Packer that I am no better than to argue with you about the rules. So I'll do the same with you here.
Trust me. I screw up. I never understand high school because why is that not an automatic first down? But it's not in high school, but it is everywhere else.
Okay, here we go. On the carry is number 5 for Memorial, and that is Drew Ellis. Drew Ellis, a freshman, 6-foot freshman. And now we have another man down, most likely a cramp for the Wildcats. It looks like it's Jack Levin. So Levin, probably a cramp. Well, with like I said, with 10:27 to go, Tigers looking to put the exclamation mark and working on a running clock, even though there's only still, like I said, we're 10 minutes to go in the contest. Either way.
Well, with the penalties and everything, you're looking. That was actually only the second real offensive play.
Okay.
Who was that? Number 28. Horning had that 16-yard run, and then right there you get Drew Ellis picks up 8. So
here we are, 2nd down and 3 at the 35-yard line. Fisher hands it off again to number 5, Drew Ellis. Ellis will turn the corner, and he looks like he has enough for the first down. He probably will. Yes, he will indeed.
Well, that's the thing. If Ellis is a freshman, he's a pretty heady football player because the way he ran that football, he was waiting for the block before he made that cut, and that's something heck a lot of seniors don't even do, and that was an outstanding run.
11 at the Landon Albrand makes a stop for the Wildcats with about 9:49 to go. On the carry is number 21 for the Tigers, and that is number 21, Gino Amani. Gino on the carry. We'll take it down to, looks like the 17-yard line.
Yep, big chunk of play there, and so again, Memorial, still a lot of time on the clock with 9:27, so they're definitely looking to score here. That's why they're keeping their quarterback even in there, even though they're kind of switching things up as far as their running backs and a few other players, but you don't see Elpseren out there. Luke Dockery, he's a wide receiver that started this football game, so he's one star that's still out there. Trying to set up a screen, not there. Ooh.
Pass is knocked down, I guess, or number 99 for the Wildcats, and that is Hunter Eckert.
Yeah, Eckert was all over him right there. So somebody, he's a big kid, and he should be aggressive like that. So it's a combination of him just doing his job, but also an offensive lineman that missed his assignment. But they were trying to set up the screen there, so... But, again, and that's the thing. If you're going to be able to get there in the quarterback's face, you got to blow up those screens. So that was just an outstanding play on his part.
Well, under 9 minutes to play. 2nd down and 10 now from the 17.
Pressure.
Pass is complete. Well, they're going to say it hit the ground. As number 15, Max Anslinger, tried to scoop it off the turf. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. That stops the clock with 8:53 to go.
But again, a good job by the Wildcats getting in the quarterback's face, so that timing wasn't there. Threw the ball low. So the defense made a couple nice plays on the last 2 plays there. Again, show some pride from a Wildcat standpoint. You don't want that running clock. You want to keep this game where it's at.
Well, motion there on
that's a win.
Well, they're going to run every second of that play clock down, that's for sure. Probably call a timeout, and they will do just that. So timeout for Memorial with just under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. 30-0 Tigers. Back after this on 18 WJTS.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Back at Jerry Burr Alumni Stadium. 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers at the 17. Pass is complete on the far side. Inside the 5 and into the end zone from 17 yards out is number 9, Luke Dockery. And the Tigers now lead at 36-30.
Yeah, they just got him into open space out there. He completed the pass. He actually had to delay it for a second because, again, the Cats got really good pressure on the quarterback. But, he was able to get it in his hands. All he had to do is sidestep one defender, and Dockery took it in for an easy score.
So, once again, don't even have to look down the roster anymore to, well, I think I will anyway, but anyway, to name Pate Barrett as the extra point kicker. So, 36-0 is our score. 8:16 to go, and we'll see a running clock after this for the remainder of the night.
It's running now.
It is running now. Okay, so it is now going. Wasn't sure if they had to wait till the next kickoff. And there is a movement on the Memorial. Yeah, exactly. Not that it matters. So, false start against the Tigers is the call. Well, looking ahead, Craig, Wildcats will now, obviously after tonight, focus on the Harrison Warriors. Memorial will go to, they'll remain on the road next week, if you want to call it that, but head up to the north side of Vanderbilt County to Bunchard Stadium and take on North. And talk a little more about that in a second as, once again, Pate Barrett will now attempt the extra point from the 15-yard line. Try to make this a 37-0 score, and he has no problem with that. So 37-0 is our score. 7:17 to go. We'll be back after this here on 18 WJTS.
103.3 The Fix is Southern Indiana's go-to radio station for must-have music hits.
I love your music!
From the All-American Rejects to Lizzo, we've got you covered.
Dude, I listen all the time.
Did we mention we also have local news, sports, and Pacers basketball?
Wow.
Your music fix, your sports fix, your fix for it all.
Oh my God, I won!
Tune in to 103.3 and get your fix today.
Today's must-have music all day.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. Looks like, do we have a new kicker for the Tigers, perhaps? And we ought to beat number 23. It will be, finally, for the Tigers. And that will be Joseph Hickey, a senior. Will do the kicking chores for John Hurley's ball club, who are well on their way to right now, a 37-0 victory to start off the 2024 season. Kick is underway, and some couple new men back for Jasper. This one looks like number 20 on the receiving end, and that is Jaden Peak. Peak will bring it up, and looked like Beckett Holsworth was also back there, I believe. Either way, it was Peak who brought it back for the Cats. And Peak will take it to the 25-yard line, Craig, with clock running under 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring Holzman out here to play quarterback a little bit, just kind of get his feet wet in the position. He started at fullback tonight, but he is the backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm. So A.J. Holzman, the senior, moves from fullback to quarterback. Hand off up the middle. Let's see here what we got. Sure, it's a new man in the ball game, and that is 19. Number 19 for the Cats, and that is Alec Ware. So Ware on the carry. Well, as we're starting to touch upon a little bit before the break, Craig, I mean, the Cats have to look forward now to Harrison next week.
Yeah, again, it's going to be 1 week at a time, so you can't really be looking ahead in your schedule or anything like that. So the next game's Harrison. It's going to be on this football field. You kind of see where you're at after this football game, as far as injuries and all that. I mean, we saw Elliott Smith go out early, so, hopefully we can get him back on the mend and all that. But, not sure of what type of team Harrison has this year, but, again, it's just one of those deals where it's like you got to come prepared, and we got to find out, who needs to be in the right spots in this football team. And, hopefully next week we can kind of see where we're at.
And there's a carry again up the middle. That is this time number 8 for the Wildcats. Well, that was Holzman. All right. Mm-hmm. So A.J. on the keeper. A.J. will pick up the first down. 5:19 to go and running.
But the thing is with this conference this year, when you looked at it initially, I mean, you expected Memorial to be good. Wrights lost some players from last year.
But Wrights is always Wrights.
Exactly. They usually just kind of get guys back in their spots, and they seem to be really well coached. But, Castle, I'm sure, will be good. North's going to be better. It's just one of those seasons that it could be a case where, maybe somebody else comes to the top to battle against Memorial, but I think right now, just from what we're seeing, we've got a very impressive football team on the other side over there in the Memorial Tigers. And I'm not going to say they're going to run the table because it's a long season, it's a tough season. You never know what you're going to have in situations as far as injuries and all that. But if there's somebody who's better than Memorial, it's going to be hard to find right now.
Just going to say it's the old expression, they are the cream of the crop. They're showing it right now and so forth, but we'll see how things unfold with you said, with the likes of Wrights, Castle, North, and so forth are always going to be competitive.
Right.
And if you look at the Wildcats standpoint, this is the year with the unfortunate schedule. I mean, we are on the road at home for the first 2 games, and then we go on the road for 5 in the next 6. And then here on the carry again is number 20 for the Wildcats, and that is Jaden Peak. And Peak takes it. Let's see, where is he? About the 24-yard line.
Yeah, that's something to give the Wildcat fans something to cheer about. Nice job there, Jake. You got Peak. He's actually a junior, 6 foot, 146 pounds. So not a lot of meat on his bones, but he showed some quickness on that run.
3.5 minutes now to go. Jasper trying to put a score on the board. Obviously against the second string at best defense now for Memorial. And of course, Jasper, their second string offense itself. There's a pitch, and that's a fumble. If he recovers it, that will end the night, needless to say. Well, either way, it's going to be recovered by the Cats. Blake and Recker on the recovery.
Yeah, that's just not a very good decision by Holzman there to pitch that out. I mean, he actually had to pitch it about 6 or 7 yards, so it was almost like a backwards pass there. But, yeah, I tell you what, though, obviously some changes as far as the sectional format and everything with Memorial going to 3A. But
wow, what a sectional!
Yeah, I mean, you got Mater Dei, Memorial. There's a nice run up. Wow, Cats. Oh boy, I thought he was going to sidestep and maybe score there. So an outstanding run by there, by number 19, Alec Ware. But now we actually have a.
Right, we got a man down, probably a cramp, and he's saying it is. So
anyway,
we'll give us a minute to talk, like you said, about the upcoming playoff formats and so forth. Jasper now in a 7-team sectional as Bedford North Lawrence and, of course, Memorial have now moved out, but they have added the Washington Hatchets.
Yeah, look at that. Sectional 24, you got Boonville, Bosse, Central, Harrison, Wrights, Jasper, and Washington. So, again, some opportunity there. But, again, Boonville's, some years they're outstanding. Some years they're a little bit down. So I'm not sure what they got. We'll see what Bosse has once we face them. Same thing with Central and Harrison. But I'd say at this particular point, when you kind of look at that, at least going into the season, you're thinking Wrights and Jasper are probably the two ones to kind of keep an eye on. But, so there's opportunity there as far as the sectional goes. I mean, Memorial's out of it, so, just the domination that they've had. And I was actually looking at the numbers for John Hurley going into or before tonight. Since 2008, they've got 2 state titles, 5 semi-states, 6 regionals, and 10 sectionals. So John Hurley's just, I mean, those are historic numbers when you look at it. I mean, again, just what he's done since he's taken over in that time period in his 17th season has just been so impressive. And, because again, a lot of times when you look at like the statewide, it's like, okay, well, the Northern Indiana teams and the Central
You're reading
Indiana
my mind.
teams and everything. Yeah, it's like here's Memorial actually doing a lot of that in 4A.
Down here in Southwest Indiana, which doesn't get that much respect in the first place, but they've been handling. Here is a carry by number 26 for the Wildcats, and that is Drake Hagan. So Drake Hagan gets a tote there. He's a sophomore at 5'7", 162 pounds.
Well, again, this Wildcat team we got on the field right now getting aggressive. So guys getting their opportunity, and they're going to put points on the board, it looks like.
Hagan again in the backfield, and he will get the call again, and Hagan will make it into the end zone and score from a yard out. Touchdown run.
Yeah, let's give these guys a big round of applause because, again, they went out on that football field. And, I know Memorial's made some personnel changes as well, but still, for Jasper to just march right down the field and score there, that's a big win, So, again, that's something, you can build your hat on. Or build on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang your hat on.
Hang your hat on. Yeah, but I was just going to say, it shows the character.
Yeah,
of this group and so forth. I mean, they wanted to get a score on the board, despite the running clock, et cetera, and something like you said, you hang your hat on and carry hopefully in a little momentum next week. Here is the extra point kick. It is no good. I believe that was number 6 for the Wildcats, and that was Marvin Mejia. So Mejia's extra point attempt is no good, and that will make the score Memorial 37, Jasper 6. So, I mean, and another thing we were going to touch upon. I'm just going to leave it right here for the moment as we talk about with the tournament lineups. 3A sectional down there that Memorial is a part of. You're talking Memorial, Southridge, Heritage Hills, who are battling it tonight.
Yep.
Last I heard, Heritage Hills was leading that ball game. Gibson Southern.
Yep.
And I don't know who I'm leaving out, but just
you
those.
got Vincennes, Southridge, Mount Vernon.
And Mount Vernon has really improved over the last few years.
Right.
North Posey part of that group too, or are they 2A?
No, they're not in that.
They are 2A.
No.
Okay, so anyway. Just interesting what the football landscape looks like here in southwestern Indiana when you look at the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference. Of course, the PA, and those are all, the only guest conferences now anyway here in this part of the state, in our neighborhood.
Right.
So, but anyway, the Wildcats are going to fall in this one 37-6 with a minute 18, and rare Jasper kickoff, hate to say it, is about to happen. Only the second time tonight that number 30, Colton Smith, will kick off the other time to start the second half.
Yeah, he booted that ball right in the end zone, so not sure why he's not kicking extra points after we saw Mejia barely tap that one. So, but again, going back to that team that was just on the football field, marched down the field there, you're going to give all the glory to the guys that, carried the ball with Drake Hagan and number 20, Jaden Peak, and we also saw a good run by Alec Ware and all that. But I kind of wish we would have taken a look closer at who was out there on the offensive line, because again they just manhandled Memorial and just were able to march down the field. So again, good job by those guys getting on the field and basically getting the only points on the board.
Of course, you could say it was Memorial's second string, but it was ours too, as Liam Schmidt returns the football for the Tigers. And looks like the Wildcats will call timeout 55 seconds ago. Let's go ahead and take a break at this juncture. And 37-6 is our score, 55 seconds ago. Back after this. Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium for the final 55 seconds of this one. Jasper trails at 37-6. And the Tigers, needless to say, will take a knee, as it looks like, as they go into so-called victory formation. And as new quarterback Luke Brown will take a knee, and the clock will wind down with one more play to come. Coming up here on WJTS later on this afternoon will be Heritage Hills and Southridge. We touched upon that the Raiders and Patriots were battling it out at Raider Field tonight. So we'll have that game for you with Kurt Kuxell and John Schneider, I believe. John Schneider worked the home games with Kurt on WBDC Radio and on tonight, or this afternoon here on 18 WJTS. Clock will wind down, and the Wildcats are going to fall in the season opener here in 2024 to the Evansville Memorial Tigers, 37-6.
Yeah, I think just the main thing with this Wildcat football team is that, don't be too down. Again, you played maybe one of the top teams in the state tonight, and again, just an offensive show that they put on. And so, again, you just have to kind of get back to the basics and, make sure that you're staying with your blocks, make sure you're staying with your assignments and different things like that. They're going to see all that on the film, and the coaches are going to work with them. So, that way you can come back next week against Harrison, be a lot sharper, and get a big win.
So the Wildcats and the Tigers, of course, wrap up tonight's ball game. The final score is Jasper 37. It's Memorial 37, Jasper 6. The Wildcats will be on the road next week, at home again next week, while the Tigers take on North at north side of Vanderbilt County. So with that being said, of course, we'll wrap things up here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. Let's get a final score. Evansville Memorial 37, Jasper 6. As we said, the Cats will be at home next week to take on the Harrison Warriors here at the Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium and Joe Rolleder Field. That game will kick off at 7:30 Jasper time next week. We'll have it for you next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and on Sunday at 7 p.m. here on 18 WJTS. For Craig Schneider and Jeremy Marcos, I'm Carey Schneider, once again saying goodnight from Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium.
The preceding was a special presentation of 18 WJTS TV. High school football on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Eubelor Chevy and Eubelor Toyota, Liuna of the Indiana Laborers District Council, Just Whimsy, Meyer Truck Equipment, DuBois County Tire, Mann Enterprises, Carpet Warehouse, and Meringer's Plumbing, Heating and Air, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company.